Well, good morning, everyone, team. Let's start the session for today. Meanwhile, others can join parallelly. So, in the yesterday session, we have completed the concept of lookups and we started with the topic of flex fields in a system team, right? So, as part of the flex fields, I was explaining you what is this concept of flex fields in a system, or what are flex fields and how many types of flex fields we have in the Fusion system that I was explaining you yesterday, team, right? As part of that, we started with our descriptive flex fields in the system. Key flex fields and extensible flex fields, I told we can discuss them later when we reach out to the payroll module and all team. Okay. We started with our DFFs team. What are descriptive flex fields? I told you, team. Basically, flex fields are nothing but any field that can be flexibly configured on any page of the application. Means on top of the Oracle delivered fields, on top of the Oracle delivered fields, if you want to create any custom fields, then you have the concept called descriptive flex field, I told you. And in majority of the screens, we have the flexibility to configure the flex fields team. Now my client asking me, Kumar, I want this field to be created and these are the values should be coming to that field with a drop down list of values. Then how I can configure this team? I started configuring the flex field yesterday, but due to the time constraint, we concluded that let us continue today, team. So what I told you, if you want to configure the flex fields, first of all, be clear in the system on which screen you want to create. My requirement is team on my hiring screen, my client group, new person, and if I go to hire an employee here on this very first tab of identification team. Okay, on the first tab of identification team here. So here my client asking me to define one custom field. So be on the screen, and what you have to do, team, in order to define the flex fields that I told, be on the screen, come to the right side, settings and action. Okay, then go to administration and click on highlight flex field. By clicking on highlight flex field, what happening here, team? The available DFF section. Okay, I will come to that, sir. Yes, we are covering the concept of flex field. Let us complete this. I will come to that global segment, Vijay. Okay. Okay. Once you come here, team, on the respective screen, and then once you click on highlight flex field, okay, the available DFF sections on that page will get highlighted, team. So on this page, I have the DFF section available. And I told you what, team, wherever I want, I cannot create that the flex fields, team. On every page, Oracle designated certain places, certain sections Oracle given, team. Under that only we can able to configure our custom fields. Okay. So when I highlight the flex fields on my identification page, I can able to see here, team, there is one DFF section available. What is that section? If I keep my cursor on the eye icon, per person's DFF, person attributes, team. Like this, if I go to other screens, not only hire an employee, I might be going to any screens in the system. Whenever I highlight the flex fields team, the available DFF section on that page, I can able to see, team. Now, if I have to configure the custom field, what I have to do, go to the flex field and then click on the settings button here, team. We have an option C, configure descriptive flex field. This employee reward points, why it got highlighted, I told yesterday. This is a DFF, a flex field someone created in this demo instance, team. These all are Oracle delivered standard fields, no change in them. They looks normal. But this field coming up with a pencil icon and bolded here team. See highlighted. So any field that if you notice with bold or pencil symbol coming up, come to the conclusion team. That is a flex field, custom field created on this page. So in this DFF section, already in this demo instance, someone created one flex field team. Let us create our flex field also in the system and we'll see that team. What is this global segment? We will see once we configure the segment in the system team. Okay. So come to settings here. You will land upon configure descriptive flex field. Once you come here team, this is your DFF section, person attributes, per person's DFF. Once come here, click on pencil icon, edit. Okay. And then team, you have to come to the global segments. So global segment is nothing but team on every page. I mean, that particular field is available on every country, on every hiring screen, in whatever the legal employer that you are hiring, or whoever the person working in the system from whatever the country. The segment is available globally, like other segments, how we commonly see team that you can able to see here. And come to the segments team. And here under our DFF section of person attributes team, we are going to configure the segment. Here see already employee reward points. This is the one team. This is the one team which we configured, which someone configured. So that you can see it from the back end here. See already the segment defined team. Then if I want to create a new segment team, then I have to click on plus icon. As I told you, segment, when I use a word, that is nothing but a field that what we are creating team. So come to the segments here and then click on plus icon where you will land upon create segment. So these things we discussed at team yesterday. We were here before we closing the session. So let me complete that setup team. So I'm going to create this field name. The moment you give the name, code API automatically will take up. Enable checkbox this one and this here team. Column assignment. What is this column assignment I told you? Basically, in Fusion system, Oracle supports 4 types of data type fields team. Character format field, number format, date, date and time. These 4 combinations or these 4 data type related fields only you can create in the system. My requirement is what team? The field is project details and the values are project A, B. They are in character format team. Correct? So data type I can choose team. An important interview question. How many data types that Oracle supports when it comes to flex fields you are creating? Then these are the 4 data types team. Now my employee project detail field that I am creating is of character format field team. So choose the data type as character. The moment I choose any of this data type team, table column will automatically come here. See, the moment I'm choosing the data type as character, then the table column attribute 1 came. What do you mean by table column team? See, basically if people from DBA or existing ERP backgrounds slightly can able to understand team, like anything that we are configuring in the system, there will be backend tables where the data will be stored, right team? Similarly, when it comes to a flex field, when a custom segment you are creating, where this segment in the backend flex field per person DFF table, where that segment should be stored, that will be storing in this column in this particular flex field table team. So the moment you give the data type, the associated column in the tables in the backend where that field will be storing, it will come team. Now I will ask you a question. Probably in the interviews also, you might expect a question. What is that? I am telling that we have a concept called descriptive flex field where you can create custom segments in the system. Interviewer might ask you, how many maximum segments you can create in the system? How many maximum segments you can create in the system? Okay, now I am on hire an employee screen. We have the flexibility to configure the custom field and we are creating it. Already employee reward points defined. Now one more you are configuring, that is employee project details. Like this, how many maximum segments I can create? I can create no limit, 50, 100, 200 segments. No, it's not like that, team. We have a limitation here. We can't create as many as we can. Under every DFF section, the count will be varies, team. But how you can understand, let's say under this per person's DFF section, how many custom fields we can create in the system? Okay. How many custom fields we can create in the system? 1 second, team. Okay. Come here. How you can understand means when you are creating a segment, team, when you choose the data type, the column coming up, click on the drop down, team, and see how many available table columns are there. This employee project detail is saving in attribute 1 column of the DFF table. Like we have attribute 2, 3, 4. How many attributes are available, team? Come here, give a blank search. Give a blank search. How many are there, team? 30 attributes are available, team. It means under our per person's attribute, that is per person's DFF section, I can create, team, 30 character type segments. 30 character type segments I can create, team. Then let's suppose, team, I am creating a segment of number type. See here, the table column will come accordingly. Number, if I select, say attribute number 2 came. Why number 2 came, Kumar? Already employee reward points. This is also number format field created. Attribute number 1 allocated to that. This is considering as number 2. Okay. Number format, when I come to the drop down, how many columns are available to me in this table, team? Give a blank search. 20 means 30 character type fields, 20 number type fields. Okay. Then how many date? Select the date type. Let's suppose the field I'm creating is of date type. Then click on the attributes, you attribute date 1, date 2. Give a search. Okay. 15. See, team, 15 date type and 10 date and time combination kind of thing. Okay. So under our person's attribute DFF section, per person's DFF, team, these many segments I can create, team. 30 character type, 20 number type, 15 date, and 10 usually I think date and time combinations you can able to find. If you want, you can check out, team. Change the data type to date and time and search it, team. So like this, you can able to confirm how many maximum. So if any question been asked to you, how many maximum fields you can create, don't tell that we can create as many as we can. Easily interviewer will understand your knowledge or expertise in the subject. Tell that, see, basically it's not a static count. DFF section to section, depending upon the page that we are configuring the flex fields, we have a separate counting. So on this hire an employee task on the identification tab, under this DFF section, we have this count like 30 characters, 20 number, 15 date, 10 date and time. But when you are working on some other screens, under some other DFF sections, the count might be varies, team. So it's not static, section to section, it will be differed. But if you want to explore while you are practicing, you can check it out like this, team. When you're creating the segment, give the data type, then go to table column, then search blankly and check out how many attributes are available in that column for the data type, team, so that you can understand how many fields I can create in that particular section, team. That's just out of your information I'm sharing that, team. Okay, let me continue the segment creation. I'm creating of character type. Let's say I want this field to be stored in this attribute one column in this table team. That okay. Then whenever you creating the flex fields in the system team, you will be coming across a concept called value set. What do you mean by value set team? Yesterday, we were talking about the concept of lookups in the system team. What are lookups? I told you team. Lookups are nothing but the list of values that are available to the seeded Oracle delivered fields in the system. They are lookups. But team, when it comes to flex fields, my requirement of flex field is what team? The custom field that I am creating. A field with list of drop down values should come. Here, the field should come. The field should come with list of values like this. So I have to add the values to my field when I'm creating that, because my expectation of client is that a field with list of values. In Fusion application team, in the concept of flex fields, we will be having something called value set. Value set. So we have to create the value set team with the list of values for that field, and we have to assign that value set to the respective field. So when that field created in the system, the field will come with list of values hanging to that team. So value set are nothing but team. The list of values that we are adding to the customly defining flex fields in the system, they are called as value set. Slight similarities will be there between lookups and value set. Wantedly, interviewer will ask you this question. Tell me what is the difference between lookups and value set. Don't get confused, team. Lookups are there for what team? For Oracle delivered seeded fields. The lookups are nothing but. Value sets are what team? The customly configuring flex fields, that what we are defining. For that fields, if you want to add any list of values to that, we have to create a value set and we have to assign that team. When we are creating a flex field team, their only system will ask, see validation and asking to capture the value set team. So you don't need to go to separately to the task of manage value set, or you don't need to define. We have a task manage value sets team. You can go create that and you can assign it here. Or else directly, whenever you creating the field, a custom field or a segment, we have the option to create the value set then and there itself team. See, go to create value set. You will land upon create value set team. So I will go like this. Employee project details. Employee project details. VS I am giving value set. For my understanding purpose team, the field name I am using for creating the value set. You can give anything. Yes, I am giving the value set with that name. Then description is optional. You give or not doesn't have any impact. Module. As such, we are configuring the field in the core HR module team. You can use the module like global human resource. All the modules and their sub-functionals, everything you can able to see team. Then search with the team global human resource. Global human resource. And here team, whenever you creating the value set, validation type, nothing but team, within the value set, we have different types of value sets team. Within value sets, we have different types of value sets. What are they team? We have something like format only, independent, then dependent, then subset, then table type value set. So within value sets team, we have different types of value sets available team. So depending upon the field requirement team, the value set of which type we have to create, we have to choose. See, when you will create a value set with format only team, if I create with format only, when the requirement of the field is like this. My client expecting Kumar give me a field with format only, like this open field. My HR will input whatever the data they want in that. So just free format field they want like this. Then team create the value set, with the format only. If you keep format only team, nothing else, just the data type in that you have to select and you can click on save and close. This manage values will not enable to add the values in this value set team. Format only means a free format field if you want to create. Free format field if you want to create, then go with the value set of format only team. 99% in real-time implementations team, this type of value set will be used team. Independent type of value set. What are dependent subset table? I will tell you in tomorrow's class. Now I am completing with independent type of value set team. If I go with independent type team, this manage values will enable to me when I am creating a value set, I can add all these values in that team. Now I'm creating a value set by name, employee project details value set. And in this team, I will add all these values in that. These all values I will add in that value set team. And that value set I will map to our field. So that field will come with list of values team. So independent type means all the values you can able to add in the value set team. See, validation type I am choosing independent. Then further more options will enable team independent. Then again, this value set that what you are going to create, the values are of which data type. These values are in character format, or you are maintaining a value set with number, date and time, what characters team. Select characters, then some more sections will open up to me here. See, security enabled if I select team. Within the concept of roles, we have not discussed the roles concept elaboratively team in our day 3 and day 4 classes. When we're talking about our security, how roles working in the system, we understood. But within the roles team, we have data security policies. So if you enable that data security policies team, whenever a HR hiring the employee team, I'm hiring team, my login is this one, HCM_IMPL or HCM.March or something. I'm using team, the user ID. Whatever the person, whoever the person, the HR hiring the employee, when he come to the field, the values will not show to everyone. Depending upon the role that assigned to him, the security level restrictions you can implement team. To that extent, usually clients will not go, but within the value set, the values to be visible based upon the user role level functionalities, you can add that data security within that roles team. But usually in real time, in my personal experience, at least for value set values, no client will be going up to that extent. If you want, you can enable that team. Then value subtype. Okay. You are creating a value set for the field that is of independent and the two character type value set team. Value subtype team. See, text, translated text. If you are going with a character, either of these two options, you can go team. If you are going with the number format team, you can go with the digits. Date and time, then these concepts you can go. Translated text means team, if your client expecting the values to be maintained in their native language. Let's suppose you're implementing a project in China. Client is telling, Kumar, I want a field by name employee project detail, but the list of values should be shown in our native Chinese language. Though we are using system language in English, we have the language option, right? Oracle system can be used in different languages. I told already. Even if you are using in English, that values I want to see in my Chinese language or French language, something like that. Then create the values with the translated text so that these values in their native language you can maintain in the value set team. But I want that to be in our regular English only text. Then maximum length I'm giving 5 as of now. What is that? I will tell you in next 1 minute. What is that team? Then minimum value, maximum value, that also I will tell in next 2 minutes, team. Then even uppercase, zero fill. These all things what we are giving, I will tell you in next 2 minutes, team. See, when I'm creating a value set, okay, in which module I have given, what type of value set, and what type of data that I'm going to maintain in that value set, and the subtype of what I have given. Now you click on save button, team. Once you click on save, this manage values will become editable. See, click on save, then this came. So now add the values in this value set, team. Whatever the values that your client expecting for that field, project A, B, C, D, E, that you have to map in that value set. See, go to manage values, and this is the value set, team. Now under this, I'm adding here, click on plus icon, and then project A, value description. Make sure enabled, then only it will show in the front end. Start date and end dates are not mandatory. If you want to give it 1/1/1950, 1/30/12, 4712. If not mandatory, team. Sort order you can give whatever you are giving. Like when you open the field in the front end, which value should show first, which value should show second, third, fourth, fifth, depending upon the sorting, ascending order to descending order, that will reflect. I'm giving number 1. Now see, team, I will click on save. There is some error coming up to me. What is this, team? The value project A is too long. What is too long? See the message here. The value project A is too long. In value set employee project details VS, the length of the value cannot exceed 5 characters. What is that, team? See, length means 5 characters means PROJECT. It is 7 characters lengthy word, including this 8 characters lengthy word. But only 5 characters I can give. Who told that? I only configured that. See, cancel it. See here, when I'm configuring the value set, team, in the definition level, maximum length 5 characters I have given. So when you creating the values in this value set, team, how many characters lengthy word you can give, that is deciding from this, team. So I'm giving 10 characters lengthy word we can give in the values, team. Minimum value, maximum value, when it will come, you know, if at all the value set you are creating of the data type number, sometimes, team, some fields you will create with numbers like 10, 20, 30, drop down values will come. When you creating a value set of number type, then minimum value, maximum value in that value set values, when you are giving validation will take place, team. If I check box uppercase only, team, in the values, when I'm adding values, I have to give it in uppercase letters. Only alphabet, big letters only I can give. Uppercase means. Zero fill, if I give, team, by default, the values will come with zero fill. I have to override and I have to give. That is not required, team. So go to manage values now, and then go to project A. Okay. Then one more value I'm adding, project B. All the values in the value set we have to create like this, team. Then project C, then project D, okay, and project E. Then sort order you give 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So accordingly in the front end also they will reflect, team. So now I am creating a value set and I am adding all my values in that, team. A, B, C, D, E, whatever I want. And I'm clicking on save and close. And again, I will click on save and close, team. See the value set taken up here. Simple, team. The list of values we are creating for our field. So in the front end, when this field deployed or created, it will come with the list of values that we are mapping with the value set, team. That is about the concept of value set within the flex fields, team. The list of values that we are adding to the customly defining flex field, that is called as value set, team. Within that format only means free format field will come. Independent if I create, I can add all the values in my value set and I can create that and I can assign that to my field team. Dependent subset table when we use in tomorrow's session, I will tell you. Okay. So now I am creating my segment employee project details and I also added the value set for that team. Then range type is not required. Click on this required option. If you are expecting this field should be coming as a mandatory. Okay. If you want something based upon the client requirement, a field coming up with mandatory team, like whatever the custom field that you are creating, if you want to create that segment with a required option, like this star mark, it will come team. If you keep this required checkbox enabled. If you want an optional field, you want to create a field, but not a mandatory field in the front end, then don't check this one team. If you check box, it will come with mandatory. Then team, initial defaulting. What is this initial defaulting team? We have constant, SQL, couple of options. This is again an optional team. Means in the front end, when this field coming up, now the moment when HR come to hire an employee page, here the field will display. By default, that field, if you want to hard code with any value, then you can able to default team. See, constant I am giving and I can give the value something like employee project details, like not specified, something I am giving team. Some value I'm giving here team. So whatever I default here team in the front end, when HR come to the respective screen, by default that field will come with that not specified. HR can come, click on the drop down and he can give whatever he want team. Like by defaulting the value for any field, if you want team, in the initial default, you can choose constant and you can pass the default value. By default, this field will come with that value in the front end team. If not team, you can use a query also. If you choose SQL team, you can use existing database tables from that any value. If you want to fetch, you can pass a small query here and you can fetch the values from the database team. First of all, defaulting only no one will use, not required to get into much on this team. But anything that if you want to default the value, the segment team, you can pass that one. And then team, display properties. Display properties. In the front end, when the field is being displayed, what are the properties of that field? We have to configure here. Prompt. How you want this field should be shown in the front end, with what name the field should show in the front end UI level, whatever you are passing in the prompt, that name it will show team. So my client is telling Kumar, I want same name in the front end, employee project details. So pass that in the prompt. So whatever you are passing in the prompt field, in the front end, the field also will show with that name team. Then display type. We have different options team, list of values, then checkbox, text area, text box, okay, radio button. We have multiple options. See, this is checkbox type of field. This is text box, expandable text box. And this is like list of values, list of value. How you want in the front end that field you are creating to be. I am adding a value set. I am expecting the field should come with list of values. So you can choose the type as list of values. Display type, whatever the option you choose in the front end, the field will be created with that mode of type team. So whatever you choose, let's say my client is telling Kumar, give me the text box like this, expandable text box, the field. Then you give text box like that. So whatever you want, you can search team. I'm going with the list of values because I'm adding the value set and I want the drop down list. Okay. Then team, display size and display height. What is this? If you could observe team, some fields are a bit lengthy. Let's say prompt field is there on this page. It is a little bit lengthy. And this one, if you see, it is a little bit shorter. Even in the front end, if you observe also team, in the front end, if you observe also team, this field is little bit shorter and this field is little bit lengthy and this is bit more shorter. From where that all coming team? They are display size team. Size means length. How lengthy you want that field. Usually the acceptable format is 10 to 15 range team. I'm giving 10 or let's say 12. Then display height means some fields, if you could see, this field is a little bit bulgy, correct? And this is little bit slim. So length means horizontal. Height means altitude, that is width. What is the height of that field? So usually cosmetic wise, if the field looks perfectly fine, means go with 10, 10 or 12, 12 like that, these sizes team. So that the field, when it got created in the front end, it will come with a decent size of length and width also team that you can select here. Don't select read only. If you create read only team in the front end, field will come, but with a read only mode, non-editable mode. You can't input any data in that. So don't select this one team. And then definition help text and instruction help text. Okay. Definition help text, instruction help text. What is this team? What is this team? When a field created in the system, if you want to inform something about the user, about that field to the user, let's say HR hiring the employee team, they came to the field, they don't know what is that field is about. You want to educate the person about that field. So when you keep the cursor on that field, any pop-up text message you want, help text messages means that one team. I will give some information here. I will deploy the field and I will show you how that text concepts are working team or how the list of value is working team. So definition help text I am giving mandatory to capture for payroll process. Something I'm giving team. Then instruction help text I'm giving choose one among the list of values that I am giving team. Instruction help text. So where this will reflect, we will see in next 2 or 5 minutes team. Then whenever you creating the custom segment, make sure business intelligence BI enabled. Then only this field will be stored in this backend database table perfectly, and that we can be used in any of the further reports in the BIP or OTBI if you want to fetch the details team. If you are not enabling it BI in the system, this field will be created in the UI level. It won't be stored in the backend tables team. So make sure the BI enabled checkbox you have already checked. So this is how team, any custom flex field in the system to create. These all details, the basic info, then the data type, then the value set with the list of values, then the display properties, all these things you have to provide team, and then click on save and close. So see team, along with this, one more segment got created under this DFF section team, that is employee project details. And sequencing, whatever the sequence, that ascending order to descending order, in the front end, the position also will be coming. Now team, under date of birth, I can able to see employee reward points. But before that, I want my field, then give the sequence of 0, 5. It not necessarily 10, 20 is only 1, 2, 3 also you can give team. So as 10 is there, I'm giving 5 here. Means before 10, 5 will be there. So our segment will display first and then the reward points will show team. So I created a segment, right? Then click on save and close. Creating the segment is not sufficient team. Anytime when you are working in the concept of flex fields, what you have to do, you know, see, when you edit the flex field, the status will be changed to edited. Please observe this carefully, team. The status will be changed to edited. What we have to do, team, once the flex field related updations that you did, you have to click on deploy flex field. Deploy flex field. Once you did this deploy flex field, then only whatever the changes that we have done in that particular DFF section will get deployed. I created a new segment, right? Now that the segment will get deployed into the system successfully, team. Now you see the status, it come as deployed. This has to be done. And then immediately if you go and check in the front end, the field will not show to you, team. Make a habit of signing out of the system. When you are working in the flex field, mandatory, team. After you deploy the flex field, once you sign out and again sign in back, then only you can able to see the changes, team, reflecting in the system. But in demo instances, we have an issue, team. One time, if you do that sign out and sign in, it is not taking that. So I'm doing couple of times here, sign out and sign in, team, because our demo instances will perform a bit slowly. That is the reason immediately the changes are not reflecting, because every batch I know the result of this one. So multiple times I'm doing. But in real time, when you are working in your client's application, no need of doing these many times. Once you deploy the flex field, just sign out, then sign in. That's all. The field will be created, team. So one more time, let me sign out and sign in. Confirm. Now let me go to the hiring screen and check it out, team. My client groups, new person. Okay. Then hire an employee. Scroll down. Still the deployment not completed, team. 1 second. I will do one more time. But again, I'm repeating, it won't be the case in your real-time experience, team. Just once if you sign out and sign in, it will show immediately. So let me check it out now. My client group, new person, okay? And then hire an employee. Now if I scroll down, team, see here, on my hire an employee task, okay, in my hire an employee task, on this identification page, if I scroll down, see, above employee reward points, employee project details, that too with star marked, mandatory field. This is what the concept of DFF configuration, team. See, if I keep my cursor on that field, some message popping up to me. What is that, team? Mandatory to capture for payroll processing, definition help text, that what I have given. And when HR capturing the data, when HR keep the cursor here, one more text came. Choose one among the list of values. What is that? Instruction help text. So when you creating a field, if you want to maintain any definition help text, instruction help text, team, in the display properties level you can give. And in the display properties, whatever the prompt I given, that one. Then the size, 12 and 12 I given. This is the size which looks decently, team. If I give 20 size, lengthy field it will generate. If I give height also 20, this field will come with bulgy. Okay, very fatty field it will come. I given 12 and 12, size and height. So both came up with a decent look. Okay, now see, team, when I'm creating a flex field, I added my value set with list of values, an independent value set I created, and list of values, project A, B, C, D, I added, team. And that too, in the display properties level, field type I created with a list of values. List of values means it will come like this. See, a field with a list of values. If I click on the drop down, see, team, my all values in that value set. Project A, project B, C, D, E. I can able to choose. HR can able to capture when hiring the employee. This is how, team. If I choose the field type of whatever it is the checkbox, then the field will come with this. Or if it is of calendar type, then it will come like this. Or if I choose something like input search we have, let's assume drop down list of values we have, and we use a list of values. We have some other options, drop down list. Simple. That one also will be like this only, but it will come in this way. How means when you click on the drop down, immediately it won't show the values like this, team. only search option will come. I have to go to search, then the values will come. It's a matter of showing up directly. List of values means this is the result. Input search means I have to input something in the search, then it will come. So slightly the variance will be there, team. In the list of values also multiple options we have. So this is how you can able to create your custom flex fields. Example on this identification page, how to create a field I have shown you. It may be any page, not only hire an employee team, any configuration screens you might take and any other screens across the modules team. We have the flexibility to configure the flex fields on majority of the screens team. But the only thing is we have to know what DFF section available on that page. In order to know that, we have to highlight the flex fields team so that the DFF section will get highlighted. Now see team, along with reward points, our project details also now became bold and coming with editable. See, so this is how you can create team. Now, one more way of how to create the segments or the flex fields, I will show you team in a quicker way. How team? See, I told you we have to go to the flex field, then the settings button, then go to edit, then global segments, and you can create. But see team here, directly we have the option team. What is that team? Add global segment. In a shortest way, if you want to create a segment in this DFF section team, directly you can click on plus icon here. See, in a simplest way, quickly you can define the field team, add global segment. Then data type, choose what type of field you want to create, character, number, date and time, what you want, select that one. Prompt, let's say team, I'm creating the field name as type of employee. My client is telling Kumar, all my employees are categorized into white collared, blue collared, professional, like that. Give me a field. I will capture that whenever I'm hiring the employee. My client requirement is that team. What is that? Let me write it down here. How I define project details. One more requirement client coming. They want the field to be like this, type of employee, and in that they want blue collar, okay, white collar, and professional, like that. The values they are expecting, this is the field and these are the values they are expecting. Now see team, I can able to create here also team directly. If I directly click on add global segment, one pop-up will come, then I can start creating. What type of field? Choose the data type, character, number, date and time. I want, let's say, character type. Prompt I have given, then display type. Whether it is a text field means open field like this. Then nothing else we will be there. After validation, you can click on save and deploy. But if you want with list of values team, we have the option C. Whether you want drop down list of values, if I select, just directly all the values will show here. Drop down list of values with the search option, if I give, this is the result. Here it will come like this, search option will come. I can go, if further more values are there, I can search. If I'm just giving drop down list, all the values will display 10, 20, 30 here. No search option team. If I give search, only 4 or 5 will show, remaining all I have to search team. Slight difference that you can explore when you're practicing team. So how you want that you can select team. I want something like drop down list of values. I'm selecting team. The moment I select this type, then system asking me to capture the list of values what you want. Directly, the value set, then and there itself, the values you can create team. Then display size for both height and size, both will be coming as in one field. So I'm giving 12. Then API name, automatically whenever you create the field, or that API name will take up accordingly team, that coming up here. Then definition help text, if you want, you can give. Instruction help text, if you want, you can give. I'm giving as of now test something. And the behavior of the field, how you want that field to be coming up, team. Mandatorily that you want the field, then checkbox required. If you want that field to be created in an optional way, not required mandatorily, then don't checkbox. Then read only. If you keep this and create team, this will come in the front end. The field will come, but in a read only mode. We can't input anything in that. So it's not useful as to us team. Then default value. As I told, if you want to default your field with any value team, you can pass that one. So when you come to the screen, by default, that field will come with that value team. Anything that you want, you can able to add. Then list of values. Add the values here team directly. What are the values? Blue collar. Okay. Blue collar. Then white collar. Okay. Then professional. Like you can quickly give your values also for that field, what you are expecting team. So in a simplest way, in a quicker way, you can able to define team. See, prompt, the type of that field, what how you want, then API name, that all details, and you can click on save and deploy directly team. See, the deployment also will start in the system. The deployment completed. Now click on OK. And then now team, immediately it won't show. Every time once the deployment completed, what we have to do, I told you, we have to sign out and sign in to the application. So let us check it out team, whether that field coming up in the system or not. Let me go to my client groups, new person, hire an employee. See team, employee project details I defined. Then reward points already someone defined. Now see team, type of employee. I have not enabled what I have to say checkbox that required. That is why it is not coming mandatorily. So see team here, type of employee. And definition help text I have given test. That is why coming. Then instruction help text I have given test. That is why that is coming. Now see the difference, see, this is list of values with search. I'm getting the search option. But here, see, directly all values are displaying, just like drop down list of values means this one. Directly all values will come, no search option. Blue collar, professional, white collar, I can capture whenever I'm hiring the employee. So like this team, multiple ways I'm trying to introduce to you how you can handle the system with respective to flex fields. So step one, be on the screen where your client expecting to create the custom fields. Okay. And then highlight the flex field so that on that page, what are the DFF sections that are available that you can able to see team. Once that are available, you can go to that configure flex field setup page, then go to edit, then go to segments, and you can able to create all your segments over there team of whatever the data type it is. If not, directly from the page section level only, you can use the global segment option. Then and there itself, you can able to create the flex field as well team. There is another way also to handle the flex fields team. How? See, in all the screens, basically 90% of the screens, when you highlight the flex field, you can able to see the flex fields will get highlighted team, whatever the flex field sections available flex fields. But in some of the screens, you might not able to find the DFF sections enabled team for that particular functionalities or for that functional screens. How I can able to find out the DFF sections in the system, how I can able to find out the DFF sections in the system. We have another way also to handle the DFF configuration team. Like how for the lookups, we have individual tasks available to search team. For a descriptive flex field also team, you can able to search like this. Go to setup and maintenance team, come to, let me duplicate the tab. Go to setup and maintenance. Okay. Then workforce deployment, and then team. Search with like this team. Manage disk. So for lookups, how we have individual tasks available for different business objects team. For descriptive flex fields also, for different business objects, we have different tasks available. Search like this, manage, descript or disk, and give it in percentile and search team. So in the system, what all individual tasks available to configure the descriptive flex fields that will reflect team. See, manage legal entity configurator descriptive flex field, manage organization structure descriptive flex field, grades, work structures, then manage person descriptive, employment descriptive. So with respective to identification and person information team, if you want, you can go to this one. Then if you want on the employment page, then you can go to employment. For all work structures like jobs, locations, departments, if you want team, you can go here. We have individual tasks available team. So if you go to that manage person descriptive flex field, let's say, I will land upon what all DFF sections available to me on that person pages team. See, per all people DFF, per citizenship DFF, per email address, per ethnicity, everywhere. See, for us here we have team. If I click on highlight flex field, so let me give some mandatory fields so that I will proceed to the next field as next tab as well. Just I'm giving some random info, mandatory fields. So we have here on this page, what is this DFF section team? Per person's DFF. See in the back end. If you come to manage person descriptive flex field team, you can able to see per person's DFF. The same one. Either I can directly highlight the flex field, I can go to settings button, or from the backend, if you want to come from setup and maintenance team, you should know which DFF sections are part of which particular tasks. Over the span of time, once you start habituating to the system, you can able to find out them team. Okay, so if you come to person descriptive flex field, I have see per person's DFF. I can click here, then I will land upon same page. From here, where I will land upon, see configure, if I click that section, where I am coming, okay, the same page here also see team, per person's DFF, per person's DFF. I can even configure my flex fields here. If I edit, see my segments, one more segment if I want to define, I can able to do that. So what I'm trying to tell is team, there are multiple ways how we can handle the system team. Either first, simplest way will be on the screen, highlight the flex fields. On every page, the available sections will get highlighted. You can go to settings button and you can able to configure the fields. If not, from the back end, if you are expecting team, you can come to the respective task, like in our setup and maintenance team, manage percentile descriptive flex field. Go to setup and maintenance. Then manage percentile descriptive flex field. And you pick up the right descriptive flex field task. And from here also you can pick up your DFF section to configure. So next, when you go to person information tab, you will find per citizenship DFF in citizenship work area, then ethnicities, email address, NIDs, then what else? All the DFF sections team, you can able to find it in the backend. So in some of the pages, as I told, you might not find them when you highlighting the flex fields team. Okay. So in that case team, you can able to pick up the flex fields from here team. So if you go to manage organization structure descriptive flex field, you can able to find out what are available on jobs, locations, organizations, positions, like that. So across the system, we will be having the flexibility to configure. Okay. So this is about the concept of flex fields in the system team, how to configure the descriptive flex. It is not yet completed. Tomorrow also, at least like first 40 minutes, we are going to talk within the concept of flex fields only. One extended topic we have, something called context sensitive descriptive flex fields. And also, when we creating the value set stream, we created only independent value set, and format only means what I told. What are dependent subset and table value set? Even this part also we will see tomorrow elaboratively, team. And post that, I will start with our further organizations configurations. Like till legal entities, we configure team. Next, the business units, departments, that all we will define. Okay. So any questions as such in today's topic, online people?
Yeah, hi Kumar, this is Krishna.
Yes, Krishna.
Yeah, two things. Let us say when lookups, I can see some when you search global search, it was asking like lookups of China, lookups of US. If you create
Yeah,
that lookup in China, means you only get that value in China legislation only, right?
correct. Correct.
And here, let us say I don't want to use value set. Just could you please go to value set? Yes, value set.
Excel or in the system you want?
No, no, in the system only. I want only text field. Only text field. I mean, only
Format
there
only
is
type you create.
right. Format only. Okay, okay. So
Yeah.
you don't need to go for a
No,
value,
nothing. No
nothing.
values
Just
to be added. Just format only and send it.
okay, got it. Thank you.
Yeah, yeah.
Hi Kumar.
Yeah, hi, Gautam.
Actually, when we created directly in add global segment, okay. So in that that is BI enabled feature is there for that.
That will be also coming. You can even perform it from here. If you go here, you can edit it and you can find your segment here. See, you can edit it here and you can able to check box from here. By default, it won't come. We have to check box after creating it. Certain
Okay.
limitations will be there. We have to redo it after doing it.
Okay, means we need to edit certain
Yeah.
properties.
Yeah.
Okay, I got it.
Hi
Thanks.
Kumar, Ismail is here.
Yeah, hi, Ismail.
When we made the changes in DFF, okay, you log off and log in again.
Correct.
There is no synchronizing process or the schedule process to synchronize the latest value, the value set.
See, not necessarily to sign out. To have a quick result, we are doing that. But if you check out after a couple of minutes, it will reflect usually. Because in the backend, synchronized person record process will be there. Usually that will be scheduled on a daily basis like that. But we can't wait till that time. Immediately we have to see the result. That is why we are signing out and signing in.
Now, can you show what is the concurrent request actually? Is
For
bringing
DFFs,
that.
for DFFs, nothing. Usually for employee records, we have something like synchronized person records. If you go to scheduled process under tools, you can find that one.
Okay.
But for DFFs, usually it will take simply considerable time, like 2 minutes or 4 minutes like that. But just to eradicate that time immediately to reflect it in the system, we suggest to sign out and sign in.
One more thing. There is one type is called as a read only. What is the exactly use of it? If it is grayed out, user is
I
not
will tell
allowed.
you, no. Why means, let's say in the system, if you are creating a field and you want to hard code the value for all employees, my client is telling Kumar, by default, this is the value I want to maintain. A field that you want to maintain, something, a value you want to maintain, that which you are using it as a default value concept. So in that case, I can create a field and I can pass the default value and I will make it as read only. So I don't want HRs to touch that. By default, for every employee, that field should be capturing whenever we hiring. In that case, a rare situation, anything you have, you might use that one, the read only option.
So basically, when we declare as a read only, I should have a default value.
If you have that, you can able to at least capture that information. If you are not having a default value, then no
there is
use
no
of
use
having
of
that field.
Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah.
So Kumar, the second time you added through the global method, so can you scroll to that? Yeah. Here, when you added, there is that empty line that has come, right? Something like not available. I haven't seen any field under add global segment. How could that add an empty space there?
Empty space means not available.
Meaning, yeah, the list is there down below, but there is an empty space. If I wanted to clear that field out, how
That
does
we
that
can,
got added,
no,
through
that
global
we
segment?
cannot give. That we cannot do. That is by default in the list of
Oh,
values type. If you choose, it will come by default.
oh, okay.
Because the field has to be also with an empty value. If you don't want anything in that, that is why that
Right.
field is there. Okay.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah.
And
Looks good.
Yeah, Kumar Krishna again. If there is no DFF enabled here, any page, so if we want any custom LOVs, we can do in Sandbox, or let's say
custom
there is no.
LOVs for what?
Let's say there is a one page, there is no DFF, no any DFF, EFF or KFF. So we want to use some custom LOVs or
For which
some
field you are using LOV?
custom. Totally, we want to create new field, new custom field for this page. So by
That is
using
Form personal.
using Sandbox, yeah, kind of page personalization kind of thing. Yeah.
okay.
So can we use without DFF? There is no, let us assume there is no DFF enable this page, no DFF, no KFF, no lookups for this page, assume. So I want to add new field with LOVs, with a list of values.
Acha, without having any flexibility that Oracle allowing, can we
Right.
create a field with that?
Right,
Technically, it's not possible through Sandbox.
Oh, Sandbox also not possible.
No, it's not
Okay.
possible.
Oh, okay. Okay.
We can achieve it, but not like a field, something like a text box or something
Text
you
box.
can, yeah,
Correct.
that type we can achieve as a workaround again it is.
Okay. Got it.
Okay,
Thank you.
yeah. So Jyoti,
But
I
anytime
want
I can add a new value in the drop down
to-
that
that you can do. There
Oracle
is no
provided.
restriction. That you can know. You can submit this assignments, Jyoti, no problem. Separate discussion is not required. We will be giving you one of the completed assignment. You can able to refer to that. Okay.
Okay, thank you, Kumar.
Yeah. Thank you, team. We'll join back tomorrow.